Guys, what's up? It's John. Thank you so much for tuning in. I recently watched the trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog. It came out as of a week ago, as of filming this, and there's been a lot of backlash with the way Sonic looks, and kudos to the studio for actually coming out and saying they're actually going to change the look of Sonic, and that kind of shows me when they say that there was obviously some internal back and forth because most studios, that's a lot of money to go back and change it. So either they're not very far along in production, it's supposed to come out later this year, or they're going to put the money into redeveloping and re-imaging Sonic. I'll admit, when I first saw Sonic, I kind of scratched my head a little bit as well. I was thinking to myself, he doesn't really look like Sonic. Super tall, first off. Sonic's kind of short. But when you take a character like Sonic the Hedgehog and put him in a real world situation, like in a movie, it's hard to do that because the way you envision him, I envision him, it's very cartoony. I mean, he's a blue hedgehog. How many real blue hedgehogs are there? There's none, right? So I'm intrigued. I am also very intrigued about how Jim Carrey is going to play Robotnik. And when I saw the trailer, actually, that's one highlight of the trailer I actually enjoyed, was seeing Jim Carrey as a Robotnik. And I'm kind of curious on how that would turn out. But I wanted to talk to you guys about, pose a question, and please leave a comment below. I'm really curious for you guys' thoughts. Do video games make good movies? And the short answer for me to you guys would be no. Although there's some exceptions to the rule, particularly the original Mortal Kombat movie. I love that movie, and even though it's based on the characters from the show, or from the game rather, it's a really enjoyable movie, and the soundtrack is amazing. The second one, the third one, not so much. I think they kind of milked that franchise a little bit too much. At least the first Mortal Kombat is definitely worth seeing. There's other movies like Tomb Raider, which is decent. There's also with Resident Evil. I mean, I don't know how many Resident Evils they made. They could probably stopped at number 2. I think they made like 5 or 6 of them. Overall, that series has been really strong. And I think when you take the right video game like Resident Evil, and you turn it into a movie, I think it can do really well. I'm excited they're actually making an Uncharted movie, which is awesome, because the Uncharted game series, it makes sense to me that they would do that, right? I think Tomb Raider, for example, it makes sense that they do a movie based on that. You take characters like Mario, Super Mario Brothers, a movie, of course you can get a bad movie, because they're very cartoony. The original one is 8-bit, obviously, but it's just bound to be bad. They made Yoshi in the original movie look terrible. I think they could have turned it to an anime film and probably made it look really good. They tried too hard in Super Mario Brothers, the movie, and failed, obviously. Street Fighter, the movie, not so much. I always laugh. They actually made Street Fighter, the movie, the game, based on the movie. So it's a game based on the movie, based on the game. It's kind of weird, but that's kind of an interesting game. I have it on the Saturn. House of the Dead, I remember seeing it, and I wasn't too impressed. I've not seen Warcraft, the movie. I know that came out a couple years back, and it did fairly well in the theaters. So if you guys seen Warcraft, let me know. Obviously, Detective Pikachu is coming out very soon. I think within a week of filming this. I'm excited to see that. Pikachu is obviously very hot. Pokemon's very hot, obviously, right now. And I'm kind of curious, very loosely based on, of course, the Pokemon franchise. So there are some exceptions to the rules, but for the most part, most movies that are based on video games just don't translate very well. And it's never these people who work on these games intent to really come up with a game saying, I'm going to create a movie on this game. They never think about, when the developers for Sonic created Sonic back in the day, they never really imagined that there would be a movie on it. I think games like, Grand Theft Auto, I think potentially could be a really cool series, right? I think that'd be a cool movie series. Grand Theft Auto would be awesome. I think God of War would be another really good movie based on that game series. I think that'd be really cool. So I think it's easier to take a modern game and turn it into a movie than like an old school game like Sonic and Mario and expect that to be a good movie. That's just my personal opinion. Although, again, there's exceptions, because Assassin's Creed, wasn't impressed, not impressed by that. So it kind of depends on their take and how people translate that game into a movie, so to speak. I think a Mega Man movie would be really cool, actually. I don't know if that would be possible. Make it like CGI would be awesome. Maybe like an anime, that could possibly work. I don't know, live action might be a little bit more tricky, because Mega Man's kind of short. So, you'd have the same issue you're running with Sonic. So, again, kudos to the Sonic Studios team for the movie. Actually going back and adjusting Sonic. That, I think, speaks volumes. Very rarely do studios do that and listen to the feedback and actually adjust it. We look at situations when the new Ghostbusters came out, the trailer, people were up in arms about it, and they didn't end up changing anything on it. So kudos to the studio for doing that. Some people may look at it as them caving in. I see it as them just listening to the fans, because I think the movie will be more successful because of it. So that's my thoughts, guys. Please let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you guys commenting, liking this video. turning on your notifications. That's awesome. We'll see you guys soon, and have a great day. Peace.